Good morning, children. Welcome to the class. I hope you have completed the question answers up to third lesson, isn't it? Okay. Now come on. We will start off with the fifth lesson. Fifth lesson is about forest, children. It's very simple. Only about what is a forest, what are the uses of forests, and how we have to encourage forest area or increase forest land. All these are there, and nowadays since 2 or 3 days we are having lot of information regarding forest in the newspapers and TV. Even we are going on with the Haritaharam project. Children, you all can take up Haritaharam or what do you say, this water schemes which are being implemented by the government as contemporary issue. Okay, children, you all can collect pictures also from the newspapers. Haritaharam will be done. Okay, so which is being now and they want to increase the forest area. Okay, so now we will be seeing some box questions are there which are to be discussed, and here we have lot of explanation about people who live in forest areas and all. So we need to discuss that, but it's very simple that tribal people live in forest areas. Their life, they have a separate language, they have their own gods, they believe that forest is their motherland, and one more thing I'm telling you, they don't have any ownership rights, but still they consider that forest is their own property. Okay, so they try to save trees, and most of the thing is against forests is deforestation is being done for the construction of either roads, or for the construction of dams, or for the construction of industries. Okay, so what is happening, these forest people are safeguarded by the government nowadays, because they are losing their originality because of the incoming of the people into the forest areas. Okay, so trees are being cut down and used as timber. Okay, so now here we have you ever been to a forest to collect firewood, leaves, or fruits and tubers? That is, in villages you must be seeing that women will go out and get firewood అంటే కట్టె పుల్లలు తెచ్చుకుంటారు, ఎండిపోయిన చెట్ల కొమ్మలు, that is firewood. Okay, and have you read about forests and people living in forest areas in previous classes? Yes, you have learnt about early man and then community decision making, a tribe, like so many lessons are there. And our Puranas also have mentioned about so many forests, like gurus will be there in the Gurukulam, will be there in the forest areas, and the princes will be sent to the Gurukulas to get education. Okay, like that. And you all know that the tribal people will worship forest as their mother god. Okay, now what is a forest? If we were in the class, we would have had a lot of discussion about forest, but now what is a forest? A large area covered with thick trees. The trees are very closer, and it is a home of wild animals, because we know domestic animals move around us, wild animals live in the forest. And now and then you must have seen in the recent lockdown period and all, the wild animals are coming into the villages. Yes or no? So what is happening, they are penetrating into the people areas, villages and all, and sometimes they are harming the people, or otherwise sometimes they are taking away the cattle. Okay, and we all know that cattle are being taken into the forest area for grazing. Okay, so like that we have lot of things. And what are the things we get from forest is timber, that is wood. Yes or no? We get some fruits, honey. Yes, and beedi leaves also we get from forest area. Okay, that you can underline after reading the lesson. And generally you all know that the tribal people live by doing podu cultivation. This is also damage to the forest area. That is, for every 2 years they will clear the forest, burn the wood, grow crops, and then again they will shift from that place to another place after 2 or 3 years. So this is a cause for deforestation also, children. And what happens is, this is being done constantly by the tribal people. Okay, this is also called as shifting agriculture. So in the box there is a question given, what is a forest, and they have asked you to write different definitions of forest. This we would have discussed in the class. That's what I told you. And what they are saying is a large tract of land covered by trees. Now generally what is a desert means, we say a vast area covered with sand is called a desert. In the same way, a vast area covered with trees is called a forest. And forest is not man-made, children. It is by nature, it's the God's given gift. And the forest area which is developed by human beings is called as social forestry. That is only being encouraged by our Chief Minister KCR. Okay, so what happens is generally 33% of the land should be under out of the total land should be under forest cover, children, but we are having only 27%. Okay, so the remaining should be increased. And there is a map also given showing us in which districts we have forest area. Do we have forest area in Hyderabad, children? No. Now they are telling us different definitions. Simply you all can read that. Nothing important is there in that. And people living around the forest use them for a variety of purposes, for food, for wood. That wood is used for building cottages and making agricultural tools, fuel, grazing animals, for worship, solitude, etc. Okay, and people get wood from the forest and sell and earn their living. That is, they earn money. And now we are going to know about the location and types of forests. Locations means in which areas what type of forests are located, and in which districts how much area is being covered under forest. Okay, so here we have and we have children. Forest can be classified on the basis of different criteria. That is, it can be thick forests or dense forests. Thick means దట్టమైన అడవి అంటాం కదా, where trees are being located are very close to each other and very nearby to each other, and sometimes because of the overlapping of the branches and the leaves, what will happen, the sun cannot penetrate through the leaves, so there will be no sunlight, and down there will be always dampness, tadi. Okay, and different types of creepers and all will be there. And forest is a land for home for different insects, then reptiles and animals. Okay, so here what will happen, due to the dense means very thick, and you have thin forests అని అనరు, densely sparse forest means where trees are less, so you can see pass through, but due to that dense forest, what will happen, there will be total darkness also sometimes, because trees are overlapping and light cannot penetrate. Okay, so based on them we have some kinds of forest, children. The first one is evergreen forest, because before also I'll tell you the way of classifying forests is based on the type of vegetation grown. Vegetation means not vegetables, children. Vegetation means trees, based on the trees grown. So what are they? And moreover, there will be a combination of hot and wet climates, dry and wet climates, rainfall, temperature and all. So here let us know some trees are also there which will grow in moderate climates and all, and in each forest what type of trees are grown, that also is given very clearly in the textbook. So the first type of forest is evergreen forest. Now what do you mean by evergreen forest? Evergreen, ever means always, green means always green in color, so the forest area will be always green in color. Is it possible, children? Because once in a while the leaves have to shed down, ఆకులు పండిపోయి రాలిపోతుంటాయి. But here what happens is, it doesn't mean that the trees will not shed down their leaves, but what happens is some trees will shed down their leaves at one time, and then some trees will shed down at one time. That is then what will happen, always some trees or the other will be in green in color, so that is why they are called as equatorial evergreen forest. These evergreen forests are also called as equatorial forest because they are located nearby to the equator. That is, above and below the equator you have the equatorial belt, and in this equatorial belt you have the equatorial forest, which is also called as equatorial rain forests, or they are also called as tropical rain forests. Okay, why? Because you listen clearly, children, because above and below the equator, near the equator, on the equator, the sunrise fall directly. So the temperature will be very, very high. Okay, so as we have in the summer mornings, what will happen? Slowly the heat of the sun increases. But here in the equatorial region, what will happen? There is no slanting or nothing about the sun. Always the sun's rays will fall directly, and so it will be very, very hot even in the early morning as the sun rises. Okay, so this heat makes the water get evaporated more. So sun's heat leads to evaporation, evaporation leads to cloud formation, cloud formation leads to heavy rainfall. So in the equatorial region, what will happen is all the three seasons are witnessed on a single day. That is heavy sun's heat, like summer, and after this heat, what will happen? Because of that evaporation, you will have lot of rainfall by evening. Around by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you will have heavy rainfall. After the rainfall, what will happen? The climate will become cool. So all the three winters, summer and rainy, are being witnessed on a single day. And due to this rainfall, what will happen? And because it is a thick forest, there will be creepers, different height trees are there, very tall trees are there, creepers are there, shrubs are there. Okay, and what will happen? These trees, climbing trees will be there, and it is a place where you have different types of insects, reptiles, animals. Okay, because it is in between the tropics, it is called as tropical rain forests. Okay, so these forests are always green as the trees shed their old leaves, but they get new leaves very soon. While one kind of tree sheds its leaves, another tree remains green. Everything is very clear in the textbook, children. You all read. And regarding the trees which are there also are given clearly. There are also different kinds of evergreen forests in the Himalayas, children. And here what happens is, they are called as coniferous forests, which are located on the slopes of Himalayas. Coniferous means the trees leaves will be in cone shape. Trees also will be in cone shape only. You saw Ashoka tree somewhere. And what will happen is, to a certain extent, there will be no branches. From there also, the tree grows like this, straight, without any branches. Those are called as coniferous trees. Leaves also will be in cone shape, because if snowfall is there also, it will fall down. Okay, they are being adapted in such a way. And then you have deciduous forests, children. Deciduous forests are where we have you have tropical deciduous and temperate deciduous also. Tropical deciduous means which lie between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, and temperate deciduous are above Tropic of Cancer and below Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, so here they have given you these grow in regions where it rains only for some months and is warm and dry for most of the year. And here in deciduous, what happens is, all the trees shut down the leaves at one time. So you will have only branches. So this is a characteristic feature of deciduous forest. Evergreen means all will be green in color. There is some will shed their leaves at one time, some will leave at one time, shed their leaves at one time. But here in deciduous, what happen? All the trees will shed their leaves at one time. Okay, and the trees are also given here. What are the trees? And in Telangana, such forests are found in Komarambi, Madilabad, Manchiryal, Nagar Karnool, Jayashankar, and Bhadrachalam districts. That is Bhadradri districts. Kottagudem Bhadradri is there, no, that one. And what all are given? They have given all the districts and the trees also, children. You all can read. And then the third one is thorny forest. Thorny forest means where the rainfall is very, very less, because these thorns have moisture in them. Understood? So based on the rainfall also, you have evergreen forest, that is everyday rain, deciduous only some part of the year, and thorny is very, very less. And then later you have one more type of forest, children. I will let you know. So in Telangana, we find these in Nalgonda, Mahbubnagar, and some parts of Medak districts where the rainfall is very, very less. Understood? And now we have the other one is littoral forest. Littoral forest or swamp forest. Swamp ante బురద నేలలు. బురద నేలలు ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయి? ఆన్ ద సీ షోర్ ఆర్ ఆన్ ద సైడ్స్ ఆఫ్ రివర్స్. ఎప్పుడు తడిగా ఉంటుంది కదా, those are called as swamp or littoral forests. They will be on the sea coast. So these forests grow mostly on the sea coast, on sandy beaches and marshy lands, and on lands affected by tidal waves. Okay, so these are also called as mangrove forests. These littoral forests are also called as mangrove forests, and these are very famous children in Sundarbans, that is in West Bengal. Trees are again given: Uppuponna, Bodduponna, Urramadda, Tellamadda, Tellamada, Gundumada, Kadil, and Bella are some of the typical vegetation of coastal region. So, status of forests in Telangana, that is how much area is under forest cover is being given. About 26,904 square kilometers of the region has been declared as forest by the government. Okay, and it is not enough, children. So every year about 30 square kilometers of forests are lost in our state. Is this a satisfactory situation? This is a box question we have to discuss in the class. We can't discuss. So it is not a satisfactory situation. That is why our Telangana government has started the program of Hartaharam. Just 1 or 2 days back, news and all, if you go through, then you will get. And then initiation of greenery in Telangana. Greenery is a project, or it's like a program which is being implemented by the Telangana government to increase greenery in the state. Okay, so due to this, Telangana government has initiated massive plantation program in 2015 with the aim to increase the forest cover. So, supposing if you get a question, what is the Telangana government doing to increase the forest cover? So, all this is being given here. It is planned to plant about 230 crore saplings in 4 years' time. And the increased green cover helps in high rainfall and abundant water resources. It also prevents soil erosion. If we protect nature, it protects us. We all know, save nature, it will save you. Like that. The preservation, restoration and improvement of the natural and social environment is a major issue all over the world. Okay, and suggest for better implementation and protection of the plants. Now it is not only the duty of planting a tree, children, but to water it, water and look after it is also the duty of the person who plants a tree. We just, because Hartaharam we got freely plants, so we are planting them. But later who will take care of? That is very important. Planting the tree is not important. Later on, taking care of that plant only is important. Understood? And then tribal people and forests. I already told you all how the tribal people are being disturbed and what is happening to them. They are not able to live in the forest areas. And because we are going into their areas, they are coming out and they are living in the rural areas. And what is happening is, some of the people are losing their original identity. So earlier so many hundreds of tribal groups were there, and now the number is becoming less. Okay, so that you all can read, and in page number 55 they have given you a map. This is the map, children, where they have given you the forest cover. All the green is considered as the forest cover. Okay.